All right. We're live.
Perfect. Cool. All right. Welcome, everybody. Woo! We're finishing the year. All right. Yeah, let's give some seconds for people to join. Yeah, how you doing, Sam?
I'm doing pretty well today. Glad it's Friday. It's a beautiful morning here in Austin, Texas. How are you?
That's great. Yeah. Well, I'm talking from all over from the other part of the world. I'm actually right now in Qatar. Qatar for like it's my first time in Qatar. Is where it's going to be the World Cup. So pretty excited being here, doing some good work that we're going to tell you a little bit more. But yeah, it's now 9:30 p.m. for me.
Mm. All right. Looks like a couple more people are joining in right now.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, maybe we can get this started. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's do it.
all right. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So, hey, everyone. My name's Sam. I'm working marketing for Lazarillo in the US, and I'm joined by our CEO, Renee Espinoza. And we're here this morning to celebrate a lot of the things that we've been working on in the past year. We've done so much work in 2021 from different partnerships with different organizations, working in cities across the world, and doing orientation and mobility workshops to help get our technology exposed to more people with disabilities so that more people have access to the places that they want to travel. Renee, do you have anything that you want to say before we get started?
I just want to say that for all the people that have joined and the people that also are going to watch this afterwards, I just want to say thank you for supporting us, for giving feedback, suggestions, even reporting on issues that help us grow. And also, whenever you use the app, also help us grow. Whenever you recommend the app, it help us reach more people to provide a good service. And yeah, like I want to say thank you for the very beginning because this has been um, a really excited year with a lot of changes. Last year was COVID, the start of the pandemic. So it actually made us adapt a lot, as everyone needed to do that before in their lives. Yeah, like now this year was actually pretty good for Lazarillo in terms of new things we're doing, and I'm just grateful for the support of our users.
So the first thing that we did want to talk about was our orientation and mobility workshops. We started doing workshops in 2021. We had our first workshop with the Braille Institute of Los Angeles all the way back in the first quarter of the year. And since then, we've gotten to hold workshops with lots of organizations across the world. We've done 9 different workshops this year with organizations in different states in the US as well as different countries. And we've had over 200 individual instructors join those workshops. We have some images from the workshops that we want to share just to highlight some of the organizations that we've been working with. I'll pull those up right now.
Yeah. Now, this is great. I just want to also add a little bit at this kind of this workshop program. It was led by Sam, so I want to say, I mean, Sam, applause for Sam. I know I am the only one saying applause, but I believe that users are going to be cheerful because educating orientation and mobility instructors is key to expand. That's really is key for people to have better access to these tools. Um, if we are not able to educate people that are working on this every day to expand the reach, I think is the way to go forward to continue providing more tools for orientation and mobility, and also technology assisted technology instructors that work on this and like kind of like we're trying to support as much as possible so that we can make their work a little bit easier when they're teaching Lazarillo.
Mhm. Let's see here.
Yeah, yeah.
Just getting this pulled up. Yeah, we've really enjoyed getting to work with the orientation and mobility instructors. Everyone that we've worked with has been excellent. We've gotten to meet so many cool people. Not only gotten to meet people, but get feedback on how to improve our software, our app, how to improve connecting with individuals. We've met so many people through the connections we've made in our workshops.
Yeah.
Just really filled with
And,
it.
and it's great that we have reached other countries too, right? Like
Mhm.
Australia, the UK, um, and also different states across the United States. So I think it helps us understand the different contexts and how people are using it. What are the tools that they find more useful, and where are like opportunities to keep improving. Yeah, because technology always needs to be improved.
Speaking of, having a hard time sharing these images on my screen. We'll try to get um, those up later to highlight some more of those organizations. But I will just run through some of the names of organizations we worked with. Um, the Braille Institute of Los Angeles, our first workshop. We also worked with the Alabama Department of Rehab Services, Guide Dogs Australia, and Guide Dogs UK. Those were some of our biggest workshops with over 100 individual people attending those workshops. So we really got to speak with people, a lot of people all over the world, as well as the San Francisco Unified School District, the Oklahoma School for the Blind, and the Veterans Affairs Office. So just want to applaud all those
Yeah,
organizations for joining us, participating in our workshops, and learning more about how they can use our app to hopefully help the people that they serve every day. So
that's true. Yeah, you know,
uh,
definitely it's been a great work, great year of teaching, and also I think we understood this process helped us create more material because during the workshops we actually realized that we need some video tutorials that some did a great work in implementing that. Now you can access those tutorial videos in YouTube, right?
yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're all
in our
available
YouTube channel.
on YouTube and our website. And
That's
that's been
true.
a big help in uh, being able to easily share those with people, even who aren't able to attend the workshops, so that everyone has access to learn about the technology and how to use it pretty easily. Um, Going forward, we have some exciting announcements about things that we're working on in the future. Just to give a roadmap, we're going to do a few announcements, talk about some of the projects we're working on, and then towards the end of the live stream, we're going to wrap up with announcing the winner of our raffle for the International Day of Persons with Disabilities on December 3rd. We've been collecting testimonial videos from our users, people who use the app, and instructors as well on how they're using the app. And we're going to draw a winner from the people who submitted and get them out some Lazarillo merch that we have available on Redbubble. So we'll announce that later. But for now, we want to start by talking about a big project that we've been working on, uh, a project that we've already made a lot of exciting leaps and bounds in, but that we're going to keep expanding going into the next year. And that's our project in Detroit, Michigan. So we started this project with New Lab and Ford's Michigan Central, working as a part of the Accessible Street Studio. And that's been really exciting for us. It's given us the opportunity to work in the Corktown neighborhood near the Michigan Central Development. And in that neighborhood of Detroit, we've been working with businesses, mapping different parts of the community to give people more access to those areas and provide an easy way to access all of the places in that community through a section of our app. Renee, do you want to talk a little bit more about that Detroit project?
Yeah. Well, the Detroit project was actually pretty amazing because we had a lot of support from New Lab, that is an organization that supports startups, as well as for Michigan Central, and also we engage with a lot of institutions locally in Michigan generally, and those institutions are doing great work. We're going to continue working with them, especially next year. And also, it helped us explore new features on the app, like that users are asking, has been asking for a lot. I would say a long time now, and it's the integration with public transportation solutions, like how Lazarillo can not only guide me to a bus stop or a subway station or a tram station, but then also how Lazarillo can help me know when the next bus is arriving or when the next train is arriving. And we're actually working on those things in Detroit. We integrated with uh, all the transportation companies that are in Detroit, and yeah, that is going to open up new opportunities to expand these solutions to other cities. So if you want your city to have integration with the public transportation, send us an email. We are planning next year, so if you ask for it, we will try to make it happen for next year. We'll do our best for that. And but then if you don't ask for it, we will probably don't like we don't know if we need to consider it or not. So you need to engage with us so that you can help us actually improve.
Yep. And as a part of the Detroit project as well, we just recently had an exciting development, and that was that Lazarillo was announced as a grant recipient from the Michigan Mobility Funding Platform. So we're really excited about the doors that that grant is going to open for us. You can learn more information about that just by visiting our Detroit website. That's lazarillo.app/Detroit, and we'll link that in the chat as well about the work we're doing in Detroit. But essentially, that grant is going to help us to expand our project a lot, not only serving in one neighborhood, but working across the city to bring together public transportation as well as working with businesses. So,
Yeah. I think that opportunity is really amazing because kind of the idea is that how we can also support the small businesses. Sometimes, for example, when you are going to a restaurant um, and you want to have access to the menu and they give you a PDF that is not accessible or they have just like the paper menu. Um, in this case, we're going to support those institutions, in this case, restaurants, for example, to make their menu more accessible so that they can digitalize the menu and actually put it in the app so you can access and check the prices and the different offers they have from desserts, different plates and stuff. So I think that is a use case that is really useful, as well as having key information on like where are the toilets or how you what to spec on the layout of the restaurant or the store, or like how you reach those locations. So I think it's quite interesting that we're going to work with a lot of small businesses, um, and and hopefully kind of like our idea is how we can replicate this in more states and cities.
mhm. And speaking of the way that we're working with small businesses, the way that you could, integrate the platform with menus, different PDFs, making businesses more accessible. One partner that we have in that journey is Abler 360, who we've partnered with recently. And the work that they're doing is in that same vein of helping businesses to see how they can improve their accessibility. And they're going to join us in working with businesses across Detroit and across all our projects
Yeah.
to help people learn how to be um, more accessible in the workplace. Do you want to talk a little bit more about that partnership?
Yeah, I'm really excited working with Abler 360. That is led by John Samuels, a great friend of mine right now. And yeah, I mean, we met not a long time ago, but we have engaged a lot. And this this company of him that of what he does and all the different services they provide to institutions, their consulting services and how to improve their digital accessibility. And we see a lot of fit with Lazarillo mission on helping businesses become more accessible in a way that involves the community. So I think that's a key differentiation from Abler 360 that from other companies, that they actually have employed people with disabilities in the process, and also they do it in a way that is really responsible in terms of accessibility. Um, because when you're talking about the improving accessibility, you need to be responsible of what you're saying is improving, right? Like um, we're in an age that we want everything to be plug and play and fast, but sometimes you need to have a process, a learning, and so for companies to understand accessibility is also this is as important as improving their accessibility. Sometimes people need to be trained to actually use appropriate language or have actually don't like or actually provide a good service to people with disabilities in a way that makes sense for the business and also for the end user. Sometimes that is missed, and people that are the endpoint that is serving a customer, sometimes they don't know anything. They don't know anything. They don't know. They haven't ever interacted with someone with a disability before, and they make mistakes. And if you can train people, you can improve inclusivity in general. And that was what Abler 360 does. And yeah, it's a good, really good partnership and alliance. Yeah.
We're really excited about that and all the opportunities that that's going to provide as we continue to work with businesses. It's just great to have partners. We were talking about this with the orientation and mobility workshops. The more people that are ingrained in a part of this community that we can partner with, it makes us feel like, you know, all the work is really coming from you all. We're just helping to provide the resources as best we can to get everyone what they need. And Abler is going to be a big part of that. So really exciting. Um, next up, some of our bigger projects that we're working on globally. Renee, you mentioned earlier that you're in Qatar right now, and
Yeah.
I'm fascinated, and I know a lot of our viewers are going to be fascinated to learn a lot more about the project that we're doing in Qatar and kind of what that looks
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. So to give a little bit more context, next year we're going to have the World Cup in Qatar, where uh, all countries that play soccer are going to have the football World Cup, and yeah, like so it's going to be like a huge event with millions of people coming to Qatar. And so I think that also was part of like their initiative to find solutions for that improve inclusion and accessibility for people with disabilities. Because if you are receiving millions of people, you should be more accessible, right? So yeah, we actually were selected by the MADA Center. There's an organization here in Qatar that is improving the accessibility of the government and local and private institutions. So it's like a non-profit, and they select us among multiple solutions. We are already doing projects here in Qatar. We implement our solution in a museum that is the Arab Museum of Modern Art, and also we are implementing our solution in some train stations. So metro stations that are actually huge, meaning 4 floors, as a subway where you have stores as well as the trains, different lines. So it's really complicated to navigate those places, and we are working to implement our solution there. So that is a great initiative that yeah, we're really excited for that. So we expect to do much more things here in Qatar with the local partner that we have, and yeah, really excited about this work. Actually, for me, it's the first time here. It's a different culture. Is really, everything seems new actually. You can picture like the streets are really flat, and also really like the constructions are really new, so everything seems like from the future a little bit. Um, and, and 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 it's mixed with tradition from people that um, like follow different traditions. They dress sometimes different, right? Because they use different dress, and like it's interesting how you can mix like technology with culture. I think it's going to be it's a nice place to come. Seems like a really good tourist spot to visit. A lot of luxury, I need to say. Like I've never seen so many luxury stuff. But yeah, again, you need to visit to enjoy. And yeah, we will tell more about these things probably next year.
Great. And looking forward, are there any other projects uh, that we'd like to talk about before we move on that we want to announce, or maybe even tease going forward? If there's any fun things we can't quite reveal yet, but we might give a few
Yeah.
hints.
There's some projects that we cannot reveal yet, but we will. We will reveal them soon. Uh, but yeah, there's a couple of projects that we're working on in some specific cities apart from Detroit. Um, I can say we're going to start having more presence in Florida and maybe California. So I'm just saying states, and but yeah, and we are probably we're looking to also start doing more workshops and also community engagement. So please stay tuned to participate. We really want you to be part of our growth and how we evolve. And also, I want to mention that we're going to send, or I don't know if we already sent it, some an application to work in Lazarillo. I don't know if we already sent it, but we're going to send it.
It'll go out right after this live stream.
No problem, no problem. So I stay tuned because if you like to create content, if you I don't know, love to do podcasts, love to do videos, you are the person that like to do radio, right? All those things, all those skills. We want to work with you, right? I mean, we're looking for someone to be in the team, and what not why not the best a person that already used Lazarillo, that already understand how it works, and so yeah, we hopefully people that like to do these kind of activities um, can apply. So we need to send the application in our newsfeed. So if you think that you are fit, please apply. And yeah, like we just need to fill up a form. But then again, you can always reach out to us through email at hello@lazarillo.app. And yeah, we are really excited about that to engage with more users as part of our team. To let you know a little bit more, our team is 15 people, and we have actually um, users that I mean, people that used to be users now they're team members. So yeah, we have already done that, um, and it's been the best fit for us. So if you want to work in a startup, why not Lazarillo? Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. We'll push it out to the Lazarillo app. If you're watching this on YouTube after the live event, it'll already be posted, so you can go into the Lazarillo app and check for that. It'll have a link to the application. Fill it out if you're interested.
Yeah. Maybe one last mention is that is going to be sent to I think for the United States. So yeah, I mean the news feed sometimes we segment the news by country. So in this case, it's going to be live for people in the United States. So if you don't see it, it's because of that. But then again, if you are interested in collaborating in the future with us, you can always send us an email. Um, we are always, as we're a startup that we're growing, um, we might see a fit in the near future. Never knows, right? So, love to have your information if you're interested. Right? So don't. Yeah.
Great. So next up, we want to get to our raffle. Announce the winner of that. So we're really excited about the submissions that people gave us. I mixed up the names, and the winner is, drum roll please, Griselda Pena from the Braille Institute of Los Angeles. And so
Woo!
I'll reach out to you, Griselda, and get you access to our merch so that you can have a free Lazarillo merch item for you or your student if you want. Griselda submitted a video of one of her students learning how to use the Lazarillo app,
Nice.
which we were just super thrilled to see another person being able to use the technology. And speaking of Griselda, who's one of the O&M instructors we've worked with this year, I also have our O&M photos here that I can show you. So let me get that up. All right. There we go. So this was our photo from the Braille Institute um, of Los Angeles. This was our first workshop. And from there, we have a lot of other workshops with great organizations. We had the Braille Institute, as well as next the Alabama Department of Rehab Services, Guide Dogs Australia, and Guide Dogs UK. Again, these are very large workshops. Surprised how many people you can fit into one Zoom call. And we had the San Francisco Unified School District. Really happy to be working with the school district that's going to be able to use our technology in their schools with their students. Again, the Oklahoma School for the Blind, which is here, and the Veterans Affairs Office. We didn't have a picture from that last workshop, but we got to work with some incredible veterans who were learning how to use our technology, and really excited to do that.
Yeah, definitely. And I wanted to say that this initiative that really love, and we want to expand as much as possible. So yeah, I think we still need to provide many more workshops because there's many more institutions that are teaching Lazarillo and they need some support. So yeah, if you want to participate, what they need to do so. If you are an
Right?
O&M institution, yeah,
Lazarillo.
where they need to go, how they participate, how they get these free workshops.
Yeah, you can visit our website, lazarillo.app/om instructor. I just linked that in the chat. And that's where you can see all the info about our O&M workshops, some testimonials about instructors who have gone to our workshops, how they felt about it, and also the link to register for a meeting. You'll just start out by registering for a quick meeting with me where we'll talk about your organization, what your needs are, some of the things that we think you might want to talk about during the workshop. And then after that, we'll get together with all the O&Ms in your organization and find a time where everyone can be there for our workshop, which is about an hour long. We'll explain how to use all the functionalities of the Lazarillo app, and then have plenty of time for Q&A afterwards. So if there's any other specific things that you or your students have questions on or need to work on, we can address all those issues. They're really incredible time, and we've gotten to work with so many great people. So please, if you haven't yet scheduled a workshop, do that, and we're excited to work with you.
Great. Yeah. And if you are a business or a public institution and you want to improve your accessibility, you want to use or try Lazarillo on how it works, how you can make your physical location more accessible, or improve your digital access, you can talk to us at hello@lazarillo.app. And yeah, and also if you are a user and you want a venue to have Lazarillo, ask for it. You can ask and say, hey, why don't you have this? Right? You should have Lazarillo. And have some users that have done that before, and it had led actually to implementations. So you can ask for it, and we will try to do our best to make that happen too.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's 1 o'clock. We're nearing the end of our time, but thank you all for joining. Anyone who joined in live or anyone who's tuning in after the fact on Facebook or YouTube, we appreciate you tuning in and listening and learning about all the stuff we've been working on. And we hope that we can come and be in a city near you soon with everything that we're working on. So,
yeah. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, everyone.
Great weekend. Woo!